I don't think, by the way, that it's principally a question of, quote, embracing diversity. I think that every parent probably has the same expectation for or the same hopes for their children, that it doesn't matter white, black, Hispanic, other, that we all basically want the same thing for our children. So I think that the point is to set a certain level of expectation for all students, and then to make certain that the administrators and the teachers and the students have all the resources necessary for them to meet those expectations, and that means creating a new culture.
I've heard in the community many times that the high school is performing at incredible levels. I've heard at the same time people say, well, for example, when I was at the high school in 1970, we were the #1 high school in the nation. Regardless of whether or not that was true, there's some view in the community that we've slipped some. My hope is that we can use the human capital, the potential, and a tremendous teaching staff at the high school to achieve some of these very, very significant objectives or aspirations, not the least of which is the success of every student. I think we need to redefine what success means, because it may mean different things to different students. And ETHS is one of those places that can offer a huge array of supports and opportunities for many, many students.
What we need to do is to continue to be an even better student-centered institution, so that our focus is on each of our students, not just every or all or the subgroups that are mandated under No Child Left Behind. We really need to focus on each student. And at ETHS, that means we've got a chunk of students that are going to go off to a four-year college in sort of that traditional way that we thought not too long ago. But it also means we've got a whole lot of other kids who are going off to perhaps a two-year college, a job training or certification program. Maybe they obtain one of the 6 or 8 different certifications that we offer at ETHS, and then they go on to some further technical training. We've got a group of kids every year who goes off to join the military. But we need to be able to find a place for all of these kids. And we've been fortunate to keep our graduation rate. The 5-year rate is around 90%, but we need to continue to boost that so that we get everybody through the high school.
We should ask students in a blind survey, anonymous survey, how do you think it's doing? How do you think your class's experience is? Same thing with the teachers. I can tell you one way that's not a good way to get teacher feedback is to have the teacher stand up in front of the microphone and speak to the school board with the administration there.
I do think it's important for us to pay attention to that mission statement, because it's a high and tall order, but it always has to be at the forefront of what we want to do. This is a diverse community, and that sets us apart from other communities on the North Shore, and that's our greatest asset and our biggest challenge. And I think that's why we're here, and I think that's why we are in the position that we're in. So as an African American, I hear conversations about the diversity in Evanston, but I also hear conversations about the segregation in Evanston, and it's there, and it has been represented in our schools. So I'm excited that we're finally talking about it, and we're finally coming up with a plan to try to address it.
There really needs to be, the element of the democratic process where everybody's voice is truly included in this whole decision-making process and at that table.
Everybody would be?
Underrepresented groups that are historically not there.
Such as?
Latinos.